What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. We are still up north doing some fishing, and I want to do something a little bit different today. So I've had this idea of taking you guys along with us when we are going to fish new water and kind of teaching you how we break it down. And hopefully that'll help you guys learn how to break down new water, what we kind of throw, why we throw it. That's kind of my idea with this. We're gonna see if it works or not. Only thing is, we went to the gas station and told a couple of the people, a couple anglers there that we were going to this lake, and we were met with the response of, there aren't really any fish in that lake. So we're gonna find out if these local anglers are right, but we do kind of like a challenge. This lake looks really cool on Google Earth, has a lot of very definitive points. So we're gonna go give it a shot. We're gonna primarily be targeting smallmouth. So I've got that Berkeley stunner and perch. I think a jerkbait's always good when you're breaking down new water. I've got that little Berkeley power swimmer. The only color I have is that albino kind of pearl shad color. Not sure if that's what they're gonna want, but that's all I've got. So I've got that I swim around on a little tungsten jig head, another good search bait. I got a Chapo, got a Popar, got a couple topwater options, and of course my little tungsten jig with a little trooper. So got that rigged up. We're gonna go get on the water and see if we can't catch a few fish here, and more importantly, figure this lake out. Let's go. Okay.
Just go right out to that. I'll go right out to that point.
Okay.
Well, this is like this. There's like a secondary point with a drop off that kind of has an, I would say, an inside.
So not that main, like, obvious point?
Well, it's like an obvious point, but it's an obvious underwater point.
Oh, okay.
Not the one like right out here. Is that what you were talking about?
The one that you can see on Google Earth.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this one right there, that giant.
Oh, see, I'm talking about the one that's offshore. Like, there's just a little offshore secondary point.
Yeah, it's like halfway down, like on that bank.
On this side or
that far bank.
Oh.
Freaking tell if these are fish or not. Are you guys seeing any? Huh? How big? Let's put the bait right on his freaking nose if it is. Alright, G just had one roll up on his jerk bait, throwing top water a little bit. Seen a couple fish. This is a really subtle underwater point right here. So I'm gonna try a spinner bait. I'm about 6 foot of water with submerged grass. So we're gonna see if they'll use spinner bait. Okay, so this is the point we're on right now. Just a super subtle point. I marked some cribs. They're about 12 foot of water on the way there. I'll fish on the way back, but that's where that's where we started. Haven't done a whole lot yet, but we're gonna keep fishing around here. All right, lost interest with the spinnerbait pretty quick. We're gonna do a 1/2 ounce underspin with a 3.8 inch Berkeley power swimmer. Smallmouth love swim baits. Jordan, you seeing any out there? Got him. Oh gosh. Freaking pike.
No way.
Yeah. The cribs might be the deal. Nice, babe. I'm coming. Huh? Pike? The pike are in the cribs. Going, babe. I don't know, it's big.
What?
The freaking pike. It is a pike. We got a pattern. Oh, I see them. Those look big. They're right in your boat, babe. Oh, they're loons.
No kidding.
Yep, they were freaking loons.
Like, I got floaters. Hey, at least I was looking at something.
They were out like, those are freaking giants! Those were definitely loons.
Hey, at least some of the fish I've seen actually were floaters, and
There we go. It's not big, but I got one. It's a smallie. It's a decent one. I got 50. What up, smallmouth? Finally got one. That's on the Berkeley Magic Swimmer. There's a bunch of scattered beds right here, so I don't know if that fish was on a bed or what. Oh, I just lost a good one. Oh, got one, babe. Oh, that feels like a good one. No, it's not. But it's still, it's a smallie. Definitely a smallie. It's a smallie. It's not that bad. It's a pretty one. So here's the end of the lake that we haven't fished yet, kind of what it looks like without giving away too much. It's like 8 foot, super flat, nothing special to it, and there's yep, very shallow. It's a decent one. I just threw that Berkeley cane walker right along this lay down like a foot of water. About 1.5 feet on the top water. That was pretty cool. Maybe we'll start fishing a little more shallow. What is it? Really? That's a pretty nice one, babe. Huh?
I just got a whole perch out.
An entire perch?
Yeah. 19.5.
Yeah, that's a really nice fish. They're up shallow. It's a big giant bay with a big hole right in the center. So we're gonna go check that out. So there's all those bait fish, just tons of them down here in 17 foot of water. Look at all that bait. And there's a couple of really big fish just following it around. We're gonna see if we can't figure out what they are. Caught that fish on live scope. That's a super nice walleye. finally got one of those big fish to come off the bottom. It was swimming suspended, and I took that little big swimmer on that little round ball jig head. And that fish, I watched that fish just chase it on live scope. That was really cool. That's a really nice walleye. Beautiful fish. All right, guys, that walleye was fun, but we're here for smallmouth. That's what we came for. Let's go back and fish that flat where G and I had a ton of action, see if we can't put something else together there. Walleye, babe, I watched it on live scope. I found it suspended. There's a ton of big fish. They must all be walleye, but they're in that deep hole just chasing that bait around. And I found one suspended and I casted and I lost my bait, but I saw the big mark shoot up and then my rod loaded up. It was cool. How close to the shore was that big one?
About where you're at.
Where my boat's at?
Where your boat's at.
Oh, there we go. All right. Chapo fish. All right. That was a decent smallmouth, a 15, 16 incher. Hit the Chapo. Yeah. It's a decent.
On the jerk bait I gave you?
Yeah. It's a pretty decent one. On the jerk bait. Little one, but there are definitely a lot of fish on this flat. Oh! Oh no! Oh, babe! That was a freaking big fish.
Yes, it was.
Hold on. That fish ate it when it kind of got hung up and it made a plop sound.
Oh, really?
That's why I wasn't really ready for it. Throwing a popper out. Oh gosh! Oh no! Oh. That was a big one too. There's definitely some bigger fish out here. I wish we would have fished down here earlier. Ready?
Yeah, we're probably headed. Way longer. Next door.
Oh no, I would too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's gonna be late. Late din. Well guys, I'm being told it's time to go. It's about 20 minutes till it gets completely dark. The storms are getting a little crazy. But that wraps up our day breaking down new water. Like I said, having the three of us kind of doing different things helped. I'm kind of bummed out because I feel like we got it figured out the last 2 hours. Like I said, the water temps now are 72 degrees, started off at 70. These fish are done spawning, but they haven't quite moved out yet, so they're still pretty shallow. And once we came back to the back part of this lake, that was just a big shallow flat, we ended up catching them. And this is not where we expected to catch them. We thought we were going to catch them along the bank or that subtle point or a lot of the cribs offshore on the main body of this lake. And we caught a couple, but it really wasn't that good. So I'm glad that we decided to go against our gut instinct and come down here and fish around a little bit. So we caught them on a couple different baits. G kind of stole the show with the fly rod. Caught a 19, caught an 18, and had a 5-pound plus smallmouth come up on the fly. That's pretty awesome. Got to give my man some props there. But the bait that was most productive for me was the Berkeley swimmer. I've got that on a little tungsten round ball 1/4 ounce jig head. I was just swimming it around. If I had a different color that to maybe mimic a perch, that would have been better. But all I had was that nice albino colored little swim bait. Still caught a fair amount of fish, had that bonus big walleye. All in all, I think we did a pretty decent job breaking down the lake, especially when 2 people said that we probably wouldn't catch anything here. So not too bad. I want to do a couple more videos like this where we take you guys on bodies of water that we've never been on and show you kind of how we would break them down. Let me know if y'all like this style of video. Drop a comment below, and let me know what you guys would have thrown here too. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll get out there, do some fishing, and we'll catch you next time.